Okay, second video up tonight. We're going to talk about Astral because it was requested, and I forgot who requested it now off the top of my head. I think it was Lunar Dream or Diane. I'm sorry, I don't recall off the top of my head who requested it, but we're doing a video on it. So, what astral is when, or short for astral travel, is when your spirit, soul, whatever you want to call it, detaches itself from the physical vessel. And now they are still connected by I don't know how you would word it, but they are still linked together. That way, you're still alive, but your spirit, soul, whatever you want to call it, is elsewhere. Now, this is talked about mostly, or at least in the Wolfkin community, about astral shifting. Alright, let's get into that. Soul knows no shape, non-corporeal, i.e. not physical. So it's literally going to take the shape of whatever vessel it's occupying at that time, like water. So astral shifting is really just manipulating a non-physical thing to look like a certain thing. This is part of the reason why I don't advocate astral shifting, because it's not necessarily shifting per se. It's just you molding it to look like something, and you can literally do that into any form, not just a specific form, but any form. And that's part of the reason why I don't really lend a lot of substance to astral shifting. It's because you're literally just turning it into whatever you want. Now, some things about astral, and I will get into more detail about this when I start doing defense materials and videos. You can be attacked this way. Something else can attack you in this form. And God forbid something ever happens to sever the link between your conscious self and your physical vessel, because you can't get back in. That link gets cut, you can't get back in, and you're a vegetable. And it does happen, and it has happened. So for those of you that like going on nightly walks, so to speak, be careful, because the more you do it, the more susceptible you are to this happening. Or God forbid you wander off too far, you won't find your way back. And on some occasions you can land a little crooked and not, like, you're there, but you lose motor function for a little bit, and it sucks. Like, really, really bad. And you want to talk about freaking out. But I don't quite understand the fascination with astral. Like, yeah, I've done it on occasion, but some people are really hung up on it, and I don't really understand that. I guess it's just the freedom of it they enjoy. But, and essentially, this is how you astral. When you sink into such a meditative state that you can release yourself from a physical bond. If that makes sense. I'm not entirely sure how to explain. It's like trying to explain color to someone that's blind. I mean, without experiencing it, you don't fully understand. But it really is virtually like being in two places at once. And if you don't have the grounding for it, it will really screw you up. But Astral is more popular among more psychically inclined people. I'm not really sure why they favor it, or for lack of a better term, because it's not an accurate term, people that are into shamanistic beliefs tend to do it a lot. It's your way of seeing something without actually being there. And by all means, if y'all want to read up more on it, you can. There is no lacking of sources or material for it. But I guess the biggest point that I wanted to get to is, one, what it actually is, and two, the dangers of it, and three, this whole concept behind astral shifting, because it's not really shape shifting, because there is no shape. But I hope this elaborated in a quick manner, and I understand that my videos are kind of short tonight, but I am back in school and I am kind of tired, but it's been a couple days since I've made a video, so I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. So I hope I answered this correctly for you. But as always, comment, suggest topics, subscribe, and share. And y'all have a good night.